Here we are, the Ukrainian Embassy in London, brought to you by everyone's favourite geography creator, and thankfully I don't actually have to go to Ukraine to film this video, so that's nice. So, there's a lot of talk in the news right now about Ukraine and potential World War III, and it's hard to make sense of what's going on. This video will be structured to discuss why there's tension, the arguments that each side makes, and the likelihood that this tension will lead to full-scale conflict between major powers. Before we begin, I would like to remind all viewers that I am neither Russian nor Ukrainian, and I would like to present both sides of the conflict fairly. Let's hope this video doesn't get immediately outdated. Let's go! So what's actually going on? Well, there's increased tension between Russia and NATO, America and its allies, over Ukraine due to increased Russian military build-up on the border. Ukraine is a key potential ally for both powers, and both want it on their side. If Ukraine was a Russian ally, it would give Russia protection for its southern flank and would also give it increased access to the Black Sea. If Ukraine joined NATO, this would threaten Russia significantly, as it would mean that America and its allies could strike at the Russian heartland. Politically, Ukraine used to be split on the issue of foreign policy. This was shown in the 2007 parliamentary election, where blue is pro-Russian and yellow is pro-Western. This balance of power meant that Ukrainian governments couldn't go all in on one side or the other, and it was maintained until the 2014 annexation of Crimea by Russia. The annexation of Crimea led to two things: rising anti-Russia sentiments in the Ukrainian public and the loss of the balance in the Ukrainian parliament. This led to a pro-Western skew in subsequent Ukrainian governments. A pro-Western Ukraine would be a frightening prospect for Russia. If there was a full-scale invasion of Russia through Ukraine, then this could lead to the southern flank and the Caucasus being cut off. This would be a devastating blow for Russia, since the area is rich with oil, and this would cripple the Russian economy and any war effort. This is part of the reason that the Soviet Union fought so hard to protect Stalingrad, now Volgograd, during World War II. This brings me onto Donbass. Donbass is an area of eastern Ukraine centered on the cities of Luhansk and Donetsk. After the 2014 annexation of Crimea, this area broke away from Ukraine in an attempt to join Russia, forming the Luhansk and Donetsk People's Republics. These breakaway republics are currently unrecognized by any country. However, Russia recently considered formally recognizing them, much to the concern of Ukraine, as this would threaten their territorial integrity. This is what the current tension is about, and why Russia has been building up troops on the border. In addition, NATO seeks to get involved in order to protect a potential ally and to deter Russian expansion. So, is full-scale war between Russia and NATO likely? Short answer, not really, as it would benefit neither side. Nuclear war is even less likely for the same reason. However, I'll refrain from making any in-depth predictions about the outcome of this situation, as things can change quickly. There's just one bit of advice that I would like to give to all parties in this situation. Best not to fight a war in Russia. You know, it's pretty cold out there. In light of recent developments, I would like to make amendments to my conclusion. I continue to maintain my stance that there will not be World War III between Russia and NATO. However, since Russia went ahead with formally recognizing Luhansk and Donetsk, there is an increased possibility of war within eastern Ukraine. So, what are your thoughts on the conflict in eastern Ukraine? Actually, on second thoughts, maybe it's best if you leave them to yourself. Also, like the video if you found it informative.